Hello, can you hear me? Hi everyone. Welcome. We'll be starting in a minute. Hi, Deborah. Welcome. If you can hear me, can you say something?
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. Yeah, we're waiting for you for a minute. Okay, so let me just go on with the meeting and then I would hand over to you and you just take over.
Okay, all right.
All right. Welcome everybody once again. Sorry for the delay. We had network issues, but now we're back. Welcome to another webinar section. And today we have Deborah. She's a media personnel, and she's going to be taking us on the topic strength for. She's going to be taking us on the strength for service. Mostly, I think for most of us that have been joining Bayesian community webinars, will know or be aware, or if you're not, you're just doing for the first time, you know that Hidden Community actually started with the mindset of giving back to the community or trying to help people. And so today we'll be talking about Strength for Service. If you service is not generally something that you have to pay for, it's just something that you want to do out of the humane or humanity of your heart. Sometimes when you do this, offer these services for free, or just want to offer services to humanity, it end up placing you in a position or a place where you are grateful for the rest of your life. And today we're going to be having an insightful conversation that keeps us in the loop. And most times, to continue to give back is not easy. We get frustrated because human beings will be human beings, and sometimes you don't even get encouraged. Aside from being human, you don't even get encouraged from yourself to keep doing these things that you're doing. So I hope at the end of this webinar, we'll be able to get strength to continue to be good people, to continue to give back, to continue to offer services, both the one that we do out of the goodness of our heart and the one that we are being asked to do. And on that note, I think I'll just hand over to our speaker, Ms. Deborah. I'm going to be presenting your slides too. So just tell me when you need me to um, turn to the next page, or you can actually do that too. And yeah, over to you, Mr. Deborah.
All right. Thank you so much, Gloria. Good afternoon.
Good
Okay. How
afternoon.
do I control my slides? How do I move on to the next page? Also, do you think I should turn on my video? Is that okay? Or I can just go ahead? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? I said you can um just go ahead. I would change to the next page, or you can just tap on your screen and the next page of the slide will appear.
All right. Okay. All right. So let me just go ahead. I think you can just do that for me. Just tap on the screen. Just help me move it to
Just
the
help me move it to the
left.
Okay. All right. No problem.
Okay. So good afternoon, everybody here. As Gloria has rightly said, my name is Deborah Ayila. I'm a media entrepreneur and I'm a project manager and all that. And I just feel like talking about this topic called Strength for Service. Now, there's one thing that every one of us here cannot deny. We cannot deny the fact that we are all created to work. We're all created to do a job. We're all created to offer help. You're all created to, help in one organization do this or do another. And we cannot testify that at least, whether at least from the age of 18 years, irrespective of your background, you're beginning to do one work or whatsoever. It's either you're learning a trade towards, working in the future, or you're going to school, or everything does comes back to work. Even the exams that you do still comes back to work. So all these can be deemed as service. Service is something that you offer, is the help that you offer to a community, to an organization, whether you're being paid for it, whether you're not being paid for it. So basically, that is what service is. And then we're talking about strength. We all know what strength is. Strength means the energy. That's, go ahead, that, you know what, you can do this, that you keep on pushing forward your service. So now, without further ado, in my slide, I said that each one of us need to look out for the needs asking ourselves, how can I help? So I know that
Sorry, guys. Let's give our speaker a while. I think she's having a few network glitches. Deborah, you're welcome back. If you can hear me, you can go on. We lost you for a while, but you can go on. We actually lost you from the beginning when you were talking about each of us need to look out for. Um, so you just go on, start on from the beginning so that we could catch what you're saying.
Can I go ahead now?
Yes, you can go ahead. Yep, you can go ahead. You
All
can
right.
go ahead, Deborah. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I really do not know what's going on. So I was talking about strength for service. I don't know where you all lost me, but again, I think I should just start all over again. So I was talking about how each of us need to look out for the needs of people around us, asking ourselves, how can I help? Please, I might not look at the chat box. So if you think you can't hear me anymore, just unmute and just let me know. So it doesn't look as if I'm talking to myself. Thank you.
No problem. Okay.
All right, thank you. Okay, yeah. So I said that each of us needs to look out for the needs of everyone around us, asking ourselves, how can I help? And I began by saying that there's one mentality that I even want us to break. The mentality of, oh, I'm not going to help somebody because of the person's character. Oh, I'm not going to help somebody because of the person's behavior. Oh, this person looks this way. Oh, this person did this to me and all that. I feel like we all now are supposed to start looking at the bigger picture of how to help people. Now, what does that mean? We live in a society rather, whereby people help because of familiarity, because of, oh, they know this person, they know that person, or because of, oh, you look so nice to me and all that and everything. In as much as I'm not disputing the fact that we should be of our best behavior, I am trying to say that when you help somebody, you are helping to society. Now, there's another mentality that I want to bring up to make everyone to understand that everyone is like, I'm sure most of us have heard of this saying, every man a tree, and it takes a lot of tree to grow a forest. So one man is like a tree. When you help this, when you help this, when you help this person, you've grown the nation. So aside from the whatever it is that you're going to benefit from it, or you helping whatever, whoever, it's the fact still remains that you are helping
Deborah, we actually kind of lost you now. I think your network.
for the betterment of the society. One issue of there's going to be robbery somewhere because somebody is hungry has been dealt with. So that is the strength for service. The strength for each one of us to look out for the needs of one another person, irrespective of who that person is, helping in whatever capacity that we have, asking people ourselves, how can I help? Not looking at the emotional side of it, looking at the fact that when I help somebody, I am doing it for the betterment of the society. So that is going to be my point for today, the strength for service. Now, another point is, before I begin to go into my slides, how do we now develop this strength? I know that every one of us, we cannot deny the fact that we were born to work. That's one thing that we should all know. We were born to serve in one capacity or the other. How do I not develop this strength? What if I'm tired? What if I'm struggling? What if I come from a background where I have a lot of ideas and all and everything, but I just cannot help? How do you get the strength? And that is what I am, you know, that is what I'm driving home today. Now, I want to use a sample, which is the diamond, as an example. So you can move on to the next slide, please. So we all know that for a diamond, Before, we know that diamonds are so expensive, and then when you hear of proposals, say yes, say yes, say yes, and then the guy proposing with a diamond ring and all that and everything. But we don't know, most of us don't even know how they make the diamond. Okay, so I'm a project manager, and to some extent I'm an event planner. So to some extent I think I've been able to, be in meetings where we began to start calling vendors from Dubai. Oh, this kind of diamond, what carat is it made of, this, that, and everything. So there are about 5 C's of a diamond. There's this diamond, this ring that you're putting on, it's made up of 5 C's. There are 5 things that make up the diamond. 5 things. So recently, one was added. 1 C was added, which is the conscience. So the first C is the cut. The second C is the color. The third C is the clarity. The fourth C is the carat. The fifth C is the certification. So for a diamond, there has to be a cut. You know, what size, let's say it's the bridegroom that is getting the diamond. What's the size of the bride? What size of ring? What's the finger? What's a finger size? The color. What color would you like? You can see that this diamond. We can see that the color on top of it is a green. What color would you want the diamond to come out as? Then there's supposed to be a clarity. That is the back and forth. Then the carats. I don't know if you've heard of gold. Oh, carat gold, 3% carat, this and that and everything. Then the certification. When you buy a diamond, there's always going to be a certification. And then recently they added one new C, which is the conscience. And the conscience of the diamond means that they want to know how it works. How was it harvested? How was it made? So yeah, so now you can move on to the next slide. Now basically, why am I using a diamond as an example? I just mentioned not quite long about how maybe you want to serve, but you don't have the strength for service. You don't have you're not getting the Gen Z will call it vibe. You're not getting that motivation to serve. And then maybe you're even somebody that is even listening to me, and your background is even looking like, you know what, I can't even do this. I have a lot of ideas in my head. How do I go about it? I want to use a diamond as an example. Before you can see this beautiful diamond, a diamond is rough. You have to scratch, you have to you have to do a lot of things for it to be refined, for it to come out so beautifully well. So the hardness of the diamond. So please, you can turn it to the next slide. So the hardness of the diamond, the hardness, what we're talking about. So I've spoken about the 6Cs, which is the cut, the color, and all that. So the diamond is hard. And when something is hard, what do we mean by hardness? Hardness is the property of a material that allows it to resist permanent distortion, penetration, indentation, and scratching. So when you say something is hard, something that it's it prevents you from being scratched. It resists you permanently from distortion, from penetration. And you want to ensure that the community benefit from you, from your ideas, from everything. It doesn't come easy. That's what I'm trying to say here. So it comes with a lot of, there's going to be a lot of challenges and a lot of back and forth and everything. And you even keep asking yourself the question, how can I still do this? Can I still forge ahead? Can I still do this? Can I still become who I say I want to become? Yes, you can. If a diamond can come out so well, if a diamond that is so hard can come out beautifully well, and everyone admires it, and everyone wants to get a diamond, and every bridegroom wants to propose to a bride with a diamond, then you can. You can come out very strong, you can come out very hard. So again, that is my point. The strength for service. Now, I'm going to relate this 6 C's of the diamond. That is the cut, the color, the clarity, the carat, the certification, the conscience. I'm going to relate it to my own 6 C's. And these 6 C's of a diamond, I want it to be able to guide us in our way of life. it will be able to position us well. You'll be able to know your clarity. You'll be able to know what's the cut for you. You'll be able to even get certified. I'm sure that most of us, there's no how you go to school and say you don't get certified. We get certified in the WAEC certificate, the NECO certificate, whatever it is. I remember one time I took two broadcast training. I got the certification. So the certification is the result of everything that you've been through. What is your certification? So I'm going to relate these 6 C's to my own points. Yeah, so please, you can give me the next slide now. Now, the 6 C's, these 6 C's are going to guide you in the way of life. And my first C is certainty. Please, can I have the next slide?
You can see the next slide, Deborah. You're actually on the
Thank,
slide where.
all right, yes, the one after this. Thank you. Can I get the slide after this, please?
Actually, we are there. Can you hear me? I'm on the slide. I'm on that page.
Yes, I want the one after this, please.
I'm on the page. Can you see my the screen?
No, no, I can't see it. It's just talk to the explanation of the C's.
Okay, let me add it again. How about now? Can you see it?
No, I can't. I can't.
Oh, I'm
But,
actually
but I really don't know if other people can see it. But don't worry, I'll just read from the one I have here. But
okay.
it's also stuck on the explanation of the C. Okay, so now I said that I'm going to relate the 6 C's of the diamond, which is the quartz, the color, the clarity, the character, the certification, the conscience. And I want these 6 C's to guide us to position us well in life. So I'm going to relate it to my own 6 C. And my first C is certainty. I really want to dwell on certainty. So you want to become whatever it is that you want to become in life. You want to become, I don't know, now people are going into tech and all that. So even if I'm saying law or or medicine or whatever, I feel like that is, I don't want, I don't want to say distinct, but a lot of people now are going into fashion and this and that and everything. But whatever it is that you want to become, you need clarity. So first of all, my question is, what do you know? Because it is what you know that will guide you in life. It is what you know that will position you well in life. I mean, everybody is where they are today because of what they know. The mentors that you're looking up to, the life coaches that you're looking up to, your parents that you're looking up to, your lecturers, your whatever, your employer at work they are looking up to, they are all where they are because of what they know. That's why they say knowledge is power. So what do you know? So, and even if you don't know, can you add to yourself by being, and I can say that is a big boy. Do you understand? So he got where he got to where he is because
Deborah, if you can hear me, so your network is glitching, so we can hear you in bits and pieces. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Deborah.
Thank you. Okay, so now I can see my slide. Yay. All right, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah. So comprehensive. What's your perspective about your service? How do you how what do you think about this service that you are offering? Because again, people are where they are because of their comprehension, because of what they are able to understand. Comprehension has to do with understanding. I don't know if most of us did comprehension in school. There's, I think, one English comprehension or something. How you're able to understand, and then they'll give you a long story to read, and then they'll say answer some questions under it. So how can you comprehend? How can you understand? What's your perspective about this your service that you want to offer? For you to be able to have that strength for the service, how can you comprehend? What do you think of it? Is it a service that you are doing just because of, oh, I want people to know that I'm offering this service, which the world calls eye service. I want it because of, I want my name to just be on the paper. I want my name to just be on this. People have different notions for doing things. Don't get me wrong. But again, what's your perspective? What are you doing it because of you just want to offer a help? Because you know that if you prefer this service to this community, one life is going to be changed. From that life being changed, that life is also going to touch another life. There was something I always tell people, that whether we like it or not, destinies are attached to us. So I feel like this is a call to action. This is a call for us to understand that, what do I even know about myself? What this work that I even want to do? What can I even, what how can I help the community with this? Then how do I even understand this job that I'm doing? That is where comprehension comes to play. And then this third one is control. How do you even take control of the things committed to your trust? How do you take charge of that? That if you put all these things together, this is what can help you. This is what can develop your strength for service. And for that, the bigger picture of, okay, what I'm doing, there's somebody that can benefit from it. And taking your mind off the fact that, oh, I'm getting paid just for this job. Because most people will say, well, this organization, I see that, you know, they are lacking in this, they are lagging behind, they are doing this, they are not even moving forward. Well, as long as I get paid at the end of the month. It's none of my business. No. How do you ensure that when you are in a place, people know that you are there? How do you ensure that that you are making impact wherever place that you find yourself? And service, mind you, does not even have to do with, service does not have to do with just your work alone. Even in your family, everywhere around you, they have to, like I mentioned earlier, that every one of us have been called to serve in one capacity or the other. It can be in the family, it can be in the educational aspect, it can be in your academics, it can be in your workplace. So these things that have been committed to your trust, how do you take charge of it? That is how you get the strength for service, by standing up and ensuring that, you know what, this that has been committed to my trust cannot suffer in my hand. Something has to be done about it. So this webinar is more of a call to action. Go back, think to yourself, what do I know about myself? It is even what you know about yourself that will guide you from making mistakes, that will guide you from being on the right path. It is when you're able to comprehend about your service, when you know the perspective of your service, when you know that you know what, this is the way I do my own thing. I am different from every other person. So if your colleague at work has this mindset of, I don't want to earn my money, you know that you that's not your own mindset. Your mindset is to change the life. And that was the first thing that I said. We must all, at every place that we find ourselves, have this question at the back of our mind. How can I help? How can a life be changed? We cannot deceive ourselves. We cannot, just deny the fact that in Nigeria that we are, especially this Lagos state, a lot of people need help. And I'm not saying that, oh, go out there, carry a banner and start. It starts from you. It starts from the little things that you do. Yeah. So the next one is cooperation. Working together. Can I get the next slide, please? Next slide is cooperation, working together. Synergy, the interaction, the act of, interacting with one another to achieve one or two things. And synergy is from the Greek word synergo, and it means to interact between two or more persons. And I'm happy that I already made mention of the fact that we have to remove the emotional side of things of life, first of all, and look at the part of service, of how am I rendering help. Now, let me take an instance for this cooperation, the making of puff puff. And this is something that is going to be very funny. We know that when you make puff puff, you have to use the flour, the yeast. At least when I was younger, I did a little bit of baking. The yeast, maybe the vanilla extract, this. There are so many things that just come together, the oil and everything, just to make this puff puff that is sweet. For somebody like me, I'm a fan of puff puff. Please, if you want to give me any gifts or anything, just buy me puff puff. In short, in small chops, I don't eat the samosa. I don't eat I eat the mosa, which is that one that is made with plantain. I don't eat the spring roll. Sometimes I don't even eat the chicken. What I like the most there is the puff puff. So if you want to feed me very well, just give me puff puff. So I like to use this as an example, the making of puff puff. We cannot eat yeast like that. If I go to the market to buy yeast, will I start eating the yeast? No. I cannot drink the water that I'm using to make puff puff just like that, the warm water. What happened? When it's not as if I have sore throat. I cannot just begin to drink the oil. Why? I cannot, all these things, when I begin to do it, they have their adverse effect. If I just begin to take it into my body like that, I'll just start bloating, I'll start stooling and all that. That is if I begin to take yeast like that. I cannot eat the raw flour like that, no. But you will notice that when we mix this yeast and we mix this flour and we mix these things together, it becomes the sweet puff puff. And that is how it is. So when you're working in a place or when you have something to do and you're working with other people, and there's something I tell people, I say that I believe in collaboration.
Hi, Deborah.
I believe there's something the Yoruba call Gogolo, and it means that jack of all trade. So my other brother will say, oh, can you still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Okay, so my other brother will say, oh, you do a lot of things. So before I, finalize that, what do I really even want for my life? And I'm sure that most of us, and this is where I want to drive my point home. And I'm sure that most of us too must have felt like that. What do I really want for my life? So I learned baking, I learned hairdressing, I learned fashion designing, and I think it was when I was learning fashion design that I gained admission. Then when I even get admission, I put in law as my dream job. For you to know that I was just doing this, I made beads, I was just doing different things. Then I started learning videography, Then that videography, I started learning video editing, I started doing this. Then okay, my friends would say, Debbie, this. Then one time one of my friends was getting married, and then I organized the bridal shower. And I thought to myself, let me just take up this job of event planning. Look at the way I organized this bridal shower, and it came out so nice, and everyone was happy. They all went home happy. So I thought to myself, I'm going to become an event planner. I took it too. I was doing this. I was still doing law, but I was doing this. I was doing that. I was doing this. Well, I just thought to myself that, come, madam, you have to streamline all of this. So I told myself, I said, then, okay, sorry, I omitted one. I was still into presentation. So I was talking on TV, I was talking on radio. I was just doing a lot of things. And then a big thank you to the ASU strike that made me have this lot of skills. I was just going into different things. Let me even shock you. At some point, I wanted to start doing Uber. you know, but what am I trying to say? I have to sit down to streamline my purpose. Okay, now I have all these skills. What do I want to do? So I said to myself, I'm just going to be a media entrepreneur, and I'm going to be a project manager. So for media, my videography, all the skills I have learned and everything is into it. The project management, so for the project management, I work with some NGOs that want to feed, orphanages and all that. So that is under it. Under it as well, I can also put my events planning business under it too, and then some other little businesses that I do. So what am I trying to say? I'm talking about this point of cooperation. Now that I am a project manager, just like tomorrow, I have a very big project to handle. I thought to myself that now that I'm a videographer, we now carry camera and start, what's it called, covering an event. Only me cannot do it. And I'm still a project manager. I'll be running around doing decoration, getting a meal. Well, how many food are we giving the guests? While I'm doing all of this, I'll still be the one, even though I know that I learned baking, I'll still be the one to do the snacks. Do you understand? Even though I know very well, I know how to make zobo, I'll still be the one to make the juice. Then after you will just get tired of life, because everything will be on you and it's going to tell on you. So I thought to myself that, no, I believe in cooperation. I believe in collaboration. I will never work alone. So I said, I'm going to call a videographer. I'm going to call her this. I'm going to call it that. And we're all going to come together to work. What am I doing? Service. When you call a videographer to work, the person is getting paid. I beg your pardon. As the person is getting paid, the person has a family to feed. Don't forget that one situation has been sorted out. Okay, I'm calling somebody for the catering service. The person too also has a family to feed. Another situation down. But if I take it upon myself that I can cook, I can do videography, I can do this, I can do decoration, I can do this, I can do that. Life does not work that way. First of all, it will be telling on me. Second of all, I'm not even helping the society at all. And there was a reason why this earth was created as a society. We cannot even deny the fact that this life that we are in a society. We are in one society or another. So that is my point for this cooperation. The making of when everybody comes together and then we make something a success. That is the beauty of life. That is the beauty of her face. I don't like his face. Oh, this caterer, she's doing this way. Of course, there are some levels that you have to look at people. That there are some things that just cut it out for me. For instance, you cannot give a catering service to someone that is dirty. I'm not talking about those points. There are some general terms that you have to look at for people. Do you understand? You cannot give the job to a videographer that does not know onions, that does not know how to take some shots, that does not know how to take some video, that doesn't know how to edit some videos. Do you get it? But that's not my point. But my point is looking at the fact that, oh, this person does not do this. This person looks like this. This person looks like. I'm not looking at the main point of the service that the person is offering. You're just going to lose it. So the making of puff, we can see that the yeast, the oil, everywhere, everything, when they all come together, it produces something that is beautiful. The same thing too when I'm working on a movie set, when I'm working on on a music set. The same thing, you have a lot of clash, a lot of back and forth. And why will you do this? Look at the way this person spoke to me. Look at the way this person said it. But can we just come back home? Can we just bring it back to the fact that what is this person offering? I am helping the society just by calling this person into the business. Another point is culmination, and this is the highest or the climatic point of something, especially as attained after a long time. And this is my main point. Where are you right now? Do you want to step up your game after all this point that we've said? Do you want to make a difference? So that highest point that you've been, for how long have you been there? So many people will say that I came out with a first class. I came out with a first class. I have a BSc. You know that right now, a 26-year-old is even getting a PhD. How are you stepping up your game? Okay, well, I was privileged to do this for the House of Assembly. I was privileged to do this, and then that's the end. You can do more. This highest height that you've obtained, have you tried to even top it up? And I'm sure people will say, oh, but it comes with a lot of hard work. It comes with a lot of strength. It comes with a lot of this. Because of you know the purpose. And that's why I keep coming back to purpose. You know why you are doing this. And I also mentioned the fact that destinies are being attached to us. You know that if you don't move forward, some people will not move forward. So what is that highest or that climactic point of something? What's that that you've attained? It's time for you to top it up. Like right now, it's time for you to, go above that thing. And okay, let me just come down to, let me just say this for free. There's something I say that I tell my mentees. I say, every month, give yourself a target. I'm somebody like, I like to be on my feet. When I don't know who I was communicating with, if it was an Angel or Gloria and everything, and I was supposed to send in my slides and all that, but I had to send them late, and even before I was able to send my profile, and that was because of how I've been on my feet. In short, as a matter of fact, to be very honest with all of you here, this thing I just wrote to you here, I scribbled it out. Was it last night or something? And I just told my intern, I said, please let me make this into a slide. I want to talk about the diamond. I want to just mix it with this and everything. And this is what I got. And that came from the point of cooperation. So if I was not cooperating with these people, if I don't, so you can imagine that I'd gone to work since yesterday, and then coming back from work, and then now sitting down and then putting this into a presentation, a PDF, and everything. It's going to tell a whole lot. So that is why you have to work with people. You have to work with people to make you move forward. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I do it a lot of time. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Asking questions does not show a sign of weakness. Instead, it shows a sign of strength, because it shows that you understand that you don't know something and you want to learn more. So don't be afraid. Talk to people, work with people. There are people that know more than you do. Okay, so we're going to be rounding up now. Can I just get my last slide? So there are people that know more than you do. So don't be afraid to ask questions. To ask for help. It's not and then in closing, I said here that let us remember that the strength of a leader is not measured by the power that is willed upon them, but their capacity to serve. So you're a leader because of you serve. You're leading by example, you're empowering others, you're making tough decisions and serving selflessly. And these are the hallmarks of where you can leverage on maybe the properties of your parents or the connections of your parents and everything. But that does not take up the fact that you have to work hard. So I said that as we reflect on the theme of strength for service, Let us challenge ourselves to build our inner strength so that we can be better, so that we can serve better those who we lead. So let us be the kind of leaders who inspire, who empower, and who uplift others through our service. So that is my closing remark. Let us be those people that empower, I beg your pardon. Let us be a leader that inspire them. And you will not inspire, you will not motivate other people if you don't stand up. So it's time for you to have that strength for service. It's time for you to now begin to top up your game. It's time for you to begin to cooperate with others. It's time for you to take control of what has been committed to your trust. And yes, I rest my case on this. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Deborah. We really appreciate your time. I would have taken like a lot of questions,
Okay, so
but
that will be all for now.
yes.
Gloria, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? I'm saying something right now. Hi, Deborah, can you hear me? Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and thank you, Deborah, for your time.
Gloria, can
I
you hear
really
me?
appreciate your time. Uh, we had a wonderful time. I had a wonderful time. I hope at the with this we'll be able to understand
Hello,
that.
Gloria, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now, Deborah?
Oh, okay, I can hear you now. Sorry, did you say
Okay.
something?
Yes, I'm just saying thank you to everyone who joined in. Thank you for your time so much, Deborah. I really appreciate. Thank you for the inspiring words and reminding us that as much as we live and continue to live, we still need to give back. We still need to understand the act of service. Everybody needs help, and some people will not get it if we don't do something. Thank you so much for everyone that joined in. We appreciate it. We love you. We'll be seeing more about that some other time. Right now, we're actually very short on time with taking questions, but I can assure you that if you drop your questions, you would get messages sent to you as response to them. Um, on that note, we'll just see everybody next week Thursday when we have another insightful and amazing conversation just like this. Do not forget to check us out on our website and our social media. Our social media handles are Join HM Community, and our website is hm.community to get more info about us. Until next time, we'll see you. Bye, guys. And thank you, Deborah. Bye.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Bye.
Okay.